back with another episode of Tiger News. I'm your boy, Willie Storms.
And I'm Skylar Jones.
Now, technological advances are, they're always happening. We managed to find one that was top secret until now.
We all know that there are drones that fly, but what about drones in the water? The Navy says its most recent technology detects an enemy ship and sends out 5 drones after it. The Navy is comparing these remotely operated subs to guard dogs. Like a good guard dog, these ships make decisions for themselves based on software options. The technology for these systems comes from moon rovers. Hopes for the program include the hope of keeping sailors out of harm's way and being able to secure our major shipping ports. Many tests have been run since the program's startup in August, and commanders seem pretty optimistic about the future of naval defense.
Now, as high schoolers, we really don't like to ride the bus. Now, however, some elementary schools have a cool way of getting to school. The new innovation? Walking school buses. A group of kids gets assigned to a teacher and a group of parents. Every day they walk the same route, picking up kids on the way just like a regular bus would. Now, see, the principals are turning this to an alternative because of, well, mainly budget cuts and the increase of childhood obesity. Now, teachers note that children are more focused and ready to learn once they get to school. You could say that it isn't an innovation, rather we're stepping back to the good old days of just walking to school instead of riding the bus, being lazy all the time. Now, all right, so you know what I really missed last week, Skylar?
What's that, Willie?
Random questions.
Well, it's back.
It's back. Well, let's do a quick warm-up, okay? Right. All right, what is your favorite superhero?
Do any of them just sit around and do nothing? Because that's me. Do you toast your bagel, or do you just leave it limp?
I mean, I prefer a happy medium between... Okay, without further ado, random questions.
Hello, Farmington. It's time for another week of random questions. Let's go. If you were in space right now, what would you do?
I would be screaming silently.
How much money do you make a year before taxes?
None.
Did you hear about that one thing?
What thing?
You're really out of the loop.
What loop?
What is the longest word you know? No, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious does not count.
I don't know long words.
Hippopotamonstrosis quipidellophobia is the fear of long words.
That's the one.
Okay.
Got it.
What would you do with superpowers?
I would probably have a lot of fun with it.
I didn't tell you what your powers were.
Oh, could you tell me what my powers were, and then I'll have a good answer for it.
I'm the one asking the questions here.
Oh, X-ray vision?
You're terrible at this. Mr. Grove, what is the speed of dark?
Black.
Why are you in the elevator? That's what I thought. Are you afraid of cameras?
No. Okay, maybe a little.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Is it actually coffee or is it 90% milk and some coffee flavoring?
Shoot. That's right.
Sir, can I have a piece of this Pop-Tart?
No, you may not.
What is your daily calorie intake?
Bro, did you steal my Pop-Tart?
I'm the one asking the questions here. Is this a question?
Maybe.
You're a clever one. Thank you, Farmington, for those wonderful answers. Back to you at the studio.
That was so awesome. Agreed, cell 5. Now we're here with Matt, and he has weather for our long weekend. Matt?
Thanks, Willie. So far for our week so far. Today we've got a high of 63, a low of 41, clear skies. Shouts out to TSEN tonight. They're covering the football game tonight against Lakeville South. Thursday, high of 68, low of 46, clear skies again. Friday, 52, low of 36, cloudy all day, sadly. Saturday, high of 52, low of 27, partly cloudy. And then Sunday, high of 54, low of 34, and partly cloudy. It's a shame. Now, let's hit the jokes of the week. So guys, why did the bicycle fall over?
I don't know. I'm intrigued to know, Matt.
Because it was too tired.
You should be a comedian.
Funny.
What do you call an alligator in a vest?
don't know.
What, Matt?
It is called an investigator.
Oh man, you're
yeah.
on fire
Yeah, crickets are not in unemployment.
Thanks,
No
guys.
breaks.
Back to you.
Yeah,
on that
all right.
train.
All right, thanks, Matt, for those wonderful jokes. Now, there is much more Tiger news to come,
Bryn Wharton will be here with sports.
and please stay tuned for these PSAs. Oh, God. And now we're back with Bryn Wharton and sports.
Short weeks are always the best, but not much has happened in the Tiger news world. But
Yeah.
of course, there's been like a Wild game, a Gopher game. There's a football game tonight. Are you guys going to any?
No. Okay, yes, I'm going to the football game.
Nothing's
No.
changed from last week. I'm still a shut-in.
Yeah, you're still a shut-in. You need to like get a tan or something. You're looking a little pale, buddy. All right.
Oh.
So, Bryn, you have sports.
I do. Football played Prior Lake last week and lost 60-7. We play Lakeville South at home tonight. The theme is whiteout. Let's show them what we're made of. Cross country had sections on Friday. Great job to all the runners. For girls, Lauren Peterson put up a great time and finished second. Congratulations to the all-conference runners, Ryan Parson, Adam Griffith, Evan Reeves, and Mackenzie Weekly. Sections is in about a week, and we hope to see some new best times. Swim and Dive had a meet early on Saturday morning at Hastings. They came in first place out of 7 teams and move on to compete as a team at state. Yesterday, volleyball faced the #1 ranked team in state. Prior Lake lost in 3 games after a tight 23-25 game. Kenzie Hess and Vanessa Garski both had 7 kills to lead the Tigers. The volleyball team will get ready for the section playoffs next week. The Minnesota Wild are off to a great start at 2-0 and haven't let in a goal yet this season. Even if it was a low-scoring game Saturday night, Darcy Kemper had an outstanding game with 30 saves. He has 2 shutouts so far this season. The Wild have consistently outworked their opponents so far. Check out the effort here by Zach Parisi to get all the way down the ice and beat the defenseman for the open net goal to seal the win on Saturday. They win it 3-0. They had 34 shots on goal, outshooting the Avalanche for the second straight game. They returned to action on Friday versus the Anaheim Ducks. The Gopher football team is off to a 5-1 start. Saturday, they took on Northwestern at the Bank. The Gophers' defense was ready to play as they put pressure on the Northwestern quarterback, Simeon, as he threw it away. The Gophers led at halftime, making Coach Jerry Kill pleased. Then after Northwestern tied it early in the fourth quarter, Jalen Myrick receives the ball 2 yards deep in the end zone, and look at him go. 102 yards for the touchdown, and the Gophers go on to win 24-17. The Gophers will go for their 7th win versus Purdue on Saturday at TFC Bank Stadium. Game time is at 11. Go Gophers. The blood drive is coming up on October 31st. Here's Joe with more.
Thanks, guys, for being here today. You guys should tell me a little about the blood drive.
Yep, the blood drive is sponsored by NHS. We host it in the auxiliary gym. And so we do this twice a year. We do one in the fall, one in the spring. And so students can donate that are 17 or above, and also 16-year-olds can donate with the parent permission. So we do have forms for parent permission. And it's really fun. Actually, this year it's on October 31st. So what better way to celebrate Halloween than to literally get your blood sucked, right? So if students are interested in signing up, we currently today for sure have NHS students sitting at a Red Cross table in the lunchrooms. Sign up during any lunch. If you're 16 or under, make sure you get those permission slips. And then we will probably extend the deadline or the signups during lunches simply because we are in desperate need of signups. We want more students. So.
All right. How many lives can you save with one person's blood?
You can actually save 3 lives just with one donation.
Jeez. How many students would you say on average donate?
Usually on average we have about 80 students who choose to donate blood on the blood drive dates. Normally we average about 100 students who do sign up to give blood, but unfortunately some students can't give blood due to a low iron count or maybe because they've been out of the country recently or just small things like that. So normally it depends on the outcome and how many students sign up, but we usually average around 80 students.
How do students sign up for the blood drive?
Yep, it's just going to be during lunches. We have a sign up and we have some of our NHS students sitting there. And then if for some reason the time passed, most likely we still have spots available. So if students after the fact still would like to come sign up, they can either see me, Miss Humbert, in room 2404, or they can go to Mrs. Johnson's room 3305 as well.
All right. What do you two do during the blood drive? Like, what's your guys' role?
Well, last year I know that I was a book reader, which means that or you two,
Yeah, I was too. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, so basically what we did was we went around and kind of like calmed the people who were giving blood at that specific time, and it was kind of like cool children's books and things like that we kind of read them, just kind of get their attitudes up and just kind of distract them from the whole giving blood process and things like that.
Other people work in the canteen, which is where you go after you give blood to get snacks and something to drink to like refuel yourself.
All right. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Joe. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I love just like sticking a needle in my arm and just like giving blood, putting it into a bag and giving it to some random person. I mean, that makes me feel great. Makes me feel wonderful. I mean, but seriously, give blood. I mean, it takes like 0 effort. You walk in there, it's just like hook you up, and you could literally just sit there and tweet about it the entire time.
What better time than Halloween?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely not going to be vampires there. No way. Don't worry about that. All right. Now we all know that Classiest Class is the best thing around.
Personally, Willie, I like random questions.
Well, you see, Skylar, random questions just isn't, what do you call it, classy?
I don't see you wearing a top hat.
Oh, okay, at least I don't wear a tuxedo shirt.
You did.
It was one time, okay, and I had left my tuxedo at the dry cleaners and it didn't come back.
That doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Okay, well, we all have our, our little segments here on Tiger News, and here's mine. Hello, Farmington. Once again, it is another edition of Classiest Class. Now, today we are going into Mr. Holmes' first hour. Now, Mr. Holmes, is their class classy enough to hoist the chalice, the poster of Classiest Class? Let's find out. Come on. Here we go. Good morning, Mr. Holmes' first hour. How's it going today? Now, Mr. Holmes, what are we learning about today in Mr. Holmes' first hour?
Right now, we're learning a little about supply and demand, and they're bidding on how much they're going to pay me for points.
How much they're going to pay you?
Right.
Oh, all right. Okay.
You want to see something right now?
I would love to see something right now. By all means.
On the floor right now, there is a get out of test free yellow piece of paper. Go. It's got to say yes on it.
We're just going to come down.
Maria's got it. There it is.
It seems as if Maria has found the get out of test free card. We need pop culture dance moves. Who can do them? No one? Kaylee can do them. All right, Kaylee, come up here. And I will need 5 more volunteers. And now, Mr. Holmes, we're getting you involved since you are going to be the teacher of that. If you can dance with your coffee. Now. So what you need to do, what Kaylee's going to do,
my hands?
Is just put them at your sides and you're good. All right. So now what Kaylee's going to do, she's going to teach you how to cat daddy, how to Dougie, and then how to do the stanky leg. All right. So y'all can go out into the hallway and bust a move, and I'll tell you when to come back in here. And Mr. Holmes, you will perform to the class your best dance moves. Now, tell me why your first hour, Mr. Holmes' class, is the classiest class.
I don't know, you go.
You go.
Because I'm in here.
Because she is in here.
Because Mr. Holmes always play that funky music to start off the day.
Mr. Holmes' class is the classiest class because it's economics.
It's economics.
Business. Yeah. Stop.
Okay.
Mr. Holmes' class is the classiest class because we get to give Mr. Holmes a lot of crap and he can give it back, so it's pretty fun.
Because we're classy.
Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, we get to read
Oh yeah,
Wall Street
because we
every
get
day.
Wall Street Journals. every
Wall Street
day.
Journal. That is a valid response. Now, Bryn, could we invite Mr. Holmes and Kaylee back in here? What we're looking for right here is we're looking for Dougie, Cat Daddy, and Stanky Leg. Okay. Can you do it? That's pretty good, Dougie. Pretty solid, Dougie. Okay, thank you. Mr. Holmes. All right. So now, lastly, we need the stanky leg. We need the stanky leg. How stanky is your leg? Show me. That is indeed quite stanky up top, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Congratulations, Mr. Holmes' first hour. You are now able to hoist the chalice of the poster of Classiest Class. Congratulations. All right. Thank you, Mr. Holmes' class. Stay classy. Well, that was our show today. I'm your boy, Willie Storms.
I'm Skylar Jones.
I'm Matthew Regner.
And I'm Bryn Wharton. We leave you today with the wonderful sounds of Randy Ferguson in his concert last week at the Farmington Recital Hall. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Go forth and crush it, Farmington.